So we're going to go over the rules for adding integers. We know that you spent a lot of time, using the chip model and using the number line, and then you wrote the rules in your groups, and now we just want to make sure that you have the rules down and they're perfect. So here's the rules. When adding integers, these are the rules to follow. The very first thing that you do every single time is find the absolute value of the integers that you're adding. And then, of course, we have a song to sing, and this is the song. If the signs are the same, find the sum. If the signs are different, find the difference. Now, the fun part about this is that you see same and sum, well, they go together. And different and difference also go together, so it makes it easier to remember. And then your final answer always keeps the sign of the larger absolute value. I know many of you want to say the larger number, but let's keep in mind that it's always the larger absolute value. Okay, so the next thing we have is some examples. First thing we'll do is when the signs are the same. So remember how the song starts. If the signs are the same, find the sum. So that's what we're going to do here every single time. First, we find the absolute values. I've got positive numbers here, so this, of course, is going to be 3 plus 5, finding the sum. That's 8. And then my rule says to take the sign of the larger absolute value. Now, in this case, it doesn't really matter because they're the same, but that is the larger absolute value. Your answer is positive 8. Okay, over here, again, find the absolute value. Negative 6 is 6. Added to the absolute value of negative 4 is 4. I add those together and I get 10. And my integer with the larger absolute value would be right here, and therefore my sign is negative. Again, in this particular case, it doesn't matter because both of my integers are negative. It will make a difference when we move forward. Here we are, a couple of new examples. The first one we have here is positive 8 plus negative 5. And you'll see that here, in both of these, we have the signs are different. The signs are different. Find the difference. That is our rule. So here we are, different and difference. So I find my absolute value of positive 8 and negative 5. The absolute value of positive 8 is 8. The absolute value of negative 5 is 5. My rule tells me to find the difference. 8 minus 5 is 3. And then I look at 8 and 5, and 8 has got the larger absolute value, so my answer is positive 3. When I look at the next one, again, the first thing I do every time is find the absolute values of both of these. The absolute value of negative 8 is 8. The absolute value of positive 5 is 5. My signs are different, so I'm finding the difference. 8 minus 5 is 3. And I take the sign of the larger absolute value right here. My answer is negative 3. And our final example in this would be, again, I take my absolute values. Absolute value of negative 7 is 7. The absolute value of positive 7 is also 7. My signs here are different. And my song says, if the signs are different, find the difference, which is what we're going to do. 7 minus 7 is 0, and with 0, I don't have to give it a sign. So there I am, I'm done. And that is how you add integers.